The question here is integral dx divided by 1 plus cot x. Okay, first you change this to cos x by sin x. So that now you can take the LCM in the denominator. This now can be written as sin x dx divided by sin x plus cos x. So now see, in the denominator, I have sin x plus cos x. So what I try to do is I try to write the numerator in terms of the denominator. So what I do is I write sin x is already there. So I add cos x because want to write the numerator in terms of the denominator. So once I have written sin x plus cos x, what is the extra thing that I have written here? I have written cos x extra. So I subtract cos x also. Okay. And what I also, okay, just let me write it this way. Sin x plus cos x dx. Now in the next step, if you differentiate the denominator, what do you get? You get cos x minus sin x, right? So I have sin x plus cos x, and here I have a minus cos x. Okay, if I add a sin x here, is there any harm if I add a sin x here? There should not be any harm. Why there should not be any harm? Because see, I only have a sin x in the numerator here. But if I add a plus sin x here, I'm only getting 2 sin x, for which I will have to divide by a 2. Sin x plus cos x, right? Dx, which is equal to integration sin x plus cos x plus, and here you have the derivative of the denominator here is cos x minus sin x. So I write this as, I take minus sign outside, I write this as cos x minus sin x divided by sin x plus cos x dx. Now if I separate here, what do I get? I get sin x plus cos x divided by sin x plus cos x, okay, minus cos x minus sin x divided by sin x plus cos x dx, which is equal to, now here this cancels off, so you simply get integration of 1 minus cos x minus sin x divided by sin x plus cos x dx, which is equal to integral dx minus integral cos x minus sin x divided by sin x plus cos x. Good morning. Why are you late, Tanisha?
Having my breakfast.
Tell me something new. Breakfast you have every day. So integral dx will be simply x minus cos x minus sin x. If you see, divide by sin x plus cos x. If you differentiate the denominator, you will get the numerator. That means this is what form? F dash x by fx. That means if you see the form earlier that I showed you, this can be written as log of fx, log of sin x plus cos x plus c, and that is your answer. And you have a half also here, I think. Yes, I had taken a 2, so you take this half outside. So x by 2 minus half sin x plus cos x plus c. Okay, we move on to the next problem. So number 9. The given integral here is sin x cos x divided by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x dx. Okay. Now, if you see in the numerator, you have sin x cos x, and the denominator you have a square cos square x plus b square sin square. If you differentiate the denominator, in rough or in your, yeah, or in your imagination, what are you going to get? You see, you're going to get 2 sin x, 2a square sin x cos x, and also you're going to get 2b square sin x cos x, right? So therefore, what you do here is you assume t is equal to a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Okay, that means you get dt dx. To differentiate here, you get dt dx is equal to 2a square cos x. ddx of cos x is minus sin x. So you get a minus sign here. Plus 2b square sin x cos x. Right? So what you get here is dt is equal to, you can take 2 common and you can take 2 sin x cos x common. So you get here b square minus a square dx. Right? So that means in the numerator, if you see what you have sin x cos x dx. This is what you have, right? So that means sin x cos x dx will be equal to 1 by twice b square minus a square dt, isn't it? So this part becomes, we have got the value of this part, right? So now put in the integral. So I is equal to integral 1 by, instead of sin x cos x dx, we are putting 1 by twice b square minus a square dt, and a square cos square x plus b square sin square x, we had assumed this to be t. So this is 1 by t. Now this is a constant. 1 by twice a square minus b square is a constant. We can take it out of the integration. So 1 by twice b square minus a square, I'm taking out of the integration to only get integral dt by t. So I get 1 by twice b square minus a square log t plus c, which is equal to, now put the value of t, 1 by twice b square minus a square log of a square cos square plus b square sin square plus c, and that is your answer. Okay, moving on to the next one. Number 10, the integration here is 1 by e to the power of x minus 1. Now see, no substitution will work here. Okay, if you put a t is equal to e to the power of x, again you will get e to the power of x dx, which will not work. So whenever you get this kind of integral, try to write e to the power of x in the numerator also. Okay, because in the numerator you have 1, try to get an e to the power of x here. How do you get e to the power of x? What you do is you write e to the power of x as 1 by e to the power of minus x minus 1 dx. Now you take the LCM, you'll get e to the power of minus x by 1 minus e to the power of minus x dx. Now we already got e to the power of minus x in the numerator. Now we can substitute, let t is equal to 1 minus e to the power of minus x. That means dt dx will be how much? It will be minus e to the power of minus x. That means dt will be equal to minus e to the power of minus x dx. That means e to the power of minus x dx is equal to minus dt. right? So therefore now if I put this in the integral, therefore if I put it here, what am I going to get? Integral e to the power minus x dx. This part,
So,
yes.
so there is 1 minus e to the power of minus x. Then
Hmm.
if we differentiate, then 1 will become 0
Hmm.
and minus will be there. And e to the power of
Okay, this
minus
will become
x,
plus. Okay, this will become plus.
minus
This minus will go.
will become plus.
Simply it will be dt then. Okay, so this becomes log t plus c. This becomes log, and with this we are taken as 1 minus e to the power of minus x plus c, and that is your answer. Okay, moving on to the next one. Integral dx 1 by e to the power of x plus e to the power of minus x dx. Now see, again we don't have anything in the numerator. So we try to bring e to the power of x in the numerator by writing, this can be written as dx what we do is we write e to the power of minus x as 1 by e to the power of x. So therefore now if you take the LCM, you will get e to the power of x on top, and here you will get e to the power of x into e to the power of x if you take the LCM plus 1 dx. They're getting integral e to the power of x dx divided by e to the power of x plus x, which is 2x plus 1, which is equal to integral e to the power of x divided by e to the power of 2x can be written as e to the power of x square plus 1 dx. Now what you do is you substitute t is equal to e to the power of x. So you get dt dx is equal to e to the power of x. That means you get dt is equal to e to the power of x dx. That means this part e to the power of x dx becomes dt. So therefore what does I become? I becomes integral dt by t square plus 1, which is integral dt by 1 plus t square. Now how do you integrate this? This is actually a standard formula which I have not done yet, but from differentiation you can draw the comparison also, that the formula that we are going to use here is integral dx. This I'll discuss in the next module. Dx by 1 plus x square is equal to tan inverse x. This is the formula that we are going to use, okay, which is equal to, so that this we can write this as tan inverse t. Now from differentiation, how do you deduce? Because you know the derivative of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square. Therefore the integration of 1 by 1 plus x square will be how much? It will be equal to tan inverse x. So tan inverse t
Tan
plus,
inverse.
so this is tan inverse.
But uh, if there, I
Hmm.
mean that if there would be a or any other number or algebraic term, then
Where? Where?
there is one, so we did not put anything. But if there would be a or
The standard
any other
formula,
numeric term,
the standard formula is integral dx by a square plus x square is equal to 1 by a tan inverse x by a. A here is 1. Okay. Okay. Number 13. I is equal to integral cos x minus sin x. Now this is going to be very easy. Do you see something interesting here? If you differentiate the denominator, you will get the numerator. In fact, directly you can write this as from the formula, we can, from the form x, in fact, we can directly write this as log cos x plus sin x plus. We can write, isn't it? Because we see that the numerator is the derivative of the denominator. But we won't, because 3 marks will be given to us, and we wouldn't like to take our 3 marks uh, in one line. And obviously, you'll not get also. So what you do is you put the denominator equal to cos x plus sin x t. So that means you get dt dx is equal to cos x minus sin x. That means dt is equal to cos x minus sin x dx. So therefore, I becomes integral dt divided by t. This becomes log t plus c, and put back the value of t. And that completes your sum. Okay, next question. Question is integral tan to the power of 4 x dx. In order to evaluate this integral, we multiply, because it is tan to the power of 4, we break it up as tan square x into tan square x dx. Okay, now in this, for the second tan square x, you write tan square x as sec square x minus 1 dx. Okay, and tan square x sec square x, if you multiply throughout, tan square x sec square x minus tan square x dx. Now if you separate this integral, you will get tan square x sec square x dx minus integral tan square x dx. Let us call this as I1, this integral, and let us call this as I2. We are going to evaluate these two separately, where I1 is equal to integral tan square x sec square x dx. Now how to evaluate this integral? Let t is equal to tan x. That means you get dt is equal to sec square x dx. That means I1 becomes integral t squared dt, which is equal to 1/3 t cube plus c. Now I put the value of t, 1/3 tan cube x plus c. So we have evaluated I1. What about I2? This is I2 is integral tan square x. Now tan square x, you know how to evaluate tan square x, right? Tan square x as sec square x minus 1, which is equal to integral sec square x dx minus integral dx. Integral sec square x is tan x, and integral dx is x. No need to write the constant of integration here. We'll put it at the end. Okay, so we get tan x minus x. Therefore, I is equal to I1 minus I2. I1 is 1/3 tan cube x. I2 is tan x minus x, and you put a constant of integration here. So you get 1/3 tan cube x minus tan x plus c, and that is your answer. Okay, moving on to the next one, 15. I is equal to integral sine x cos x divided by sine to the power of 4x plus cos to the power of 4x dx. A very interesting problem here. If you want to integrate this, you can divide the numerator and denominator by cos to the power of 4x. See what happens if I divide sin x cos x by cos to the power of 4x divided by sin to the power of 4x divided by cos to the power of 4x plus cos to the power of 4x by cos to the power of 4x dx. Okay, now see what happens here. What do I get? One cos cancels, so I simply get here sin x by cos x into 1 by cos square x. Why did I write it this way? I wrote it this way to get sec square x tan square x. To get sec square x tan x in the numerator. And here what do I get? I get 1 plus tan to the power of 4x dx. Okay, now see, I write the numerator as sec square x tan x divided by 1 plus, now here tan to the power of 4 can be written as tan square x square dx. Okay, now if you see if you differentiate tan square x, you will get sec square x tan x. So therefore, if you take t is equal to tan square x, that means you get dt is equal to 2 tan x sec square x dx. That means you get sec square x tan x dx is equal to half dt. That means this part here becomes half dt. Therefore, I becomes integral half dt, and I have 1 by 1 plus t square. This is what I'm getting. So if I arrange this, take half outside, I get dt by 1 plus t square. And you know, as I told you, the integration of dx by 1 plus x square is tan inverse. So half tan inverse t plus c. So half, put back the value of t, tan inverse tan square t, tan square x, sorry, not t, plus c. And that is your required answer. Okay, let's move on to the next problem. I is equal to integral root over of e to the power of x minus 4 dx. Now see, there is if we put t is equal to e to the power of x, we'll still get e to the power of x dx. Okay, you can put t, but there is a radical here. So what you do is you put t is equal to square root of e to the power of x minus 4. That means you get t square is equal to e to the power of x minus 4. Now you differentiate. That means 2t dt dx is equal to e to the power of x. That means you get 2t dt is equal to e to the power of x dx. Now see here, we have t square is equal to e to the power of x plus 4. Now t square is equal to e to the power of x minus 4 means e to the power of x must be equal to t square plus 4. Put this value here. So therefore, 2t dt must be equal to t square plus 4 dt. Dx, sorry, should be dx. So therefore, what is dx here? Dx here is 2t dt divided by t square plus 4. Put this value in the integral. So therefore, I is equal to integral t, and dx is 2t divided by t square plus 4 dt. Okay, so you can take 2 out of the integration to simply get t square divided by t square plus 4 dt. Now how to integrate this? Uh, in the denominator you see t square plus 4, so you take write t square plus 4 minus 4 divided by t square plus 4 dt, which is equal to twice. Separate, get t square plus 4 divided by t square plus 4 minus 4 divided by t square plus 4, all this integration dt, which is equal to twice integration of 1 minus 4 divided by t square plus 4 dt, which is equal to twice integral dt minus integral 4 divided by t square plus 4. Now again here we are coming across an integral, a new formula, which I will be discussing in the next part, which is t minus, you can take 4 out of the integral to get dt. T square plus 4 is t square plus 2 square. Okay, and therefore this can now be written as twice t minus 4 into 1 by a tan inverse x by a plus c. Since the formula that I've used here is integral dx, I just mentioned this formula a little some time back. Dx by x square plus x square is equal to 1 by a tan inverse x by a plus c. That means you get here twice t minus 2 tan inverse, because this cancels here. So tan inverse t by 2. And what is the value of t that we had taken? The value of t that we had taken was e to the power of x, root over of e to the power of x minus 4. So you get root over of e to the power of x minus 4 divided by 2 plus c. And that is your answer. Moving on to the next one. This is number 17. I is equal to integral sine x divided by a plus b cos x dx. Okay. How to evaluate this? Now you know that the derivative of cos x is sine. Therefore, you take t is equal to a plus b cos x. That means you get dt is equal to minus b sine x dx. That means sin x dx we get as minus 1 by b dt. You put it in the integral. Therefore, I, this sin x dx becomes minus 1 by b dt, integral minus 1 by b dt, and 1 by a plus b cos x is 1 by 2, which is equal to minus 1 by b integral dt by t. I put the integration of dt by t is log t plus c, so minus 1 by b log a plus b cos x plus c. Now, because of this minus sign, if you take it as a power of the log, and this becomes 1 by b log a plus b cos x to the power of minus 1 plus c. And now you can write this as 1 by b log 1 by a plus b cos x plus c. And that's your answer. Okay, next question. Is the time up? Yes, I think it's 10:30.
Yes, sir. 10:30.
Time is up. I'll stop here then.